Environmental education has no start and no end point. I've been doing this for 21 years. That is my university, is making mistakes for 21 years. There's this quote that goes, live your life as if you will be alive for 100 years and you'll die tomorrow. And it's meant to be a paradox. But for me, I'm like, yeah, of course. That's what sustainability is. And so I wake up every morning excited to go out on the farm.
When we got here, this property had been used for rearing calves, had been used for horses. So the land was really hard, really compacted soil. So the first thing that we looked at was removing the stock from the land and trying to figure out what is the right thing to do on this land.
Permaculture is a design system which seeks to recognize and maximize beneficial relationships while minimizing or eliminating harmful relationships. Our overarching goal here is resilience to climate change. That's flood and drought. The way we do that is a managed ecology. The way we do that is plant-animal systems.
We tractor chickens through here, so the way that we keep the grass down in this area is by tractoring the chickens through. This used to be an old riding ring, and now we've done fruit trees in here. So there's a couple hundred fruit trees planted all through there, and the ducks and the chickens keep the understory really clear. So goats are what we settled on as the right stock for us, and the products that we get off of them are meat, milk, and cheese. We make our own cheese for us, not for sale. If you're going to have stock at all, then it has to be stock that's appropriate for the landscape. With the stuff that they eat as well, they can keep the gorse in check, they can keep the blackberry in check when they're down on the bottom. It just overall as a system, the goats work really well for us.
We grow garlic and peaches and pigs and goats and chickens and eggs and avocados, but probably the most valuable crop we grow is people. This is sort of a double lesson. We're reinforcing, as always, holistic systems thinking.
We do the Eco School. Number one, it has to be accessible to people. Why do something if only 1% of the people can access your programs? We really try to run lots of one-day or half-day workshops for people in the community who might not be able to commit 8 weeks to learn.
The byproduct of one process is the feed product of the next process. There are anywhere from 12 to 16 permaculture principles. Observe and interact. Design from pattern to detail. Integrate rather than segregate. Once you've pruned it, it's a waste product, right? You bring it over here and it becomes food. There you go. Once they've eaten the leaves and stripped the bark, then it's ready to go to the hugel mound, and it'll begin the process of soil making. In my opinion, the importance of permaculture education is really helping people think more holistically and about interconnectedness, because we live in such an interconnected world, but oftentimes when we go to school, we're taught in a really reductionist way. I think it's really important to learn the practice and not only the theory. So much of permaculture education is theory without practice. You go to a course and watch PowerPoints, or you'll watch some really amazing YouTube videos or read some books. But here, we're backing up the theory with practice. Every time a teachable moment comes up, I can say, this is an example of use edges and value the marginal. We're looping our learning back to the principles through the everyday management of the farm.
We want our legacy to be people who are amazing, problem-solving, positive, creating, rehabilitating people. Like that's the legacy, right? You can have a farm and pass your farm down to your kids. You can grow food, you can feed people, but like if we can help people become problem solvers, if we can help people have a positive outlook towards the world and towards the environment, then that's the stuff, right?
How does being a minimalist and living in a tiny house lead to a more sustainable lifestyle? I think the first step towards living a more environmental life is to consume less. I really do think this is one more step towards a better future.